Hi, this is Eric. I go by Viking Eric online and in the My Little Pony community. This video is to show off and show how I make custom action tokens for the MLP collectible card game. So in the game you get a certain number of action tokens every turn, which you can spend on playing or moving cards or whatever else. The decks come with these chintzy little cardboard tokens, which are really a pain to pick up and move around, and they stick to your hand and flip over and such. Some players use dice for actions, but I don't like those either. They have a tendency to get knocked around and mixed up with other dice or whatever. So my friend had this brilliant idea to use poker chips for action tokens. These are perfect. Easy to see, easy to grab and move around and stack up. You can even use them to plan out your moves. Like let's say 2 to move Pinkie Pie here, 1 to move Cerulean Skies because he's swift, 1 to play this card from my hand, which is a Forest Owl. So that's 2 pink, 2 blue. That's enough to solve the problem. Great. So let's spend these chips to do that, and I've got 1 left over to save. Perfect. So I went one better and made up poker chips totally MLP themed with pictures of our favorite ponies. Here's Rainbow Dash, Twilight Sparkle, Applejack, and I'll give you a closer look here at a couple from the Rarity model. Now I'm not in the business of making and selling these online, but if you want some for yourself, this should be fairly easy to follow. The first thing you need is a set of poker chips specifically designed to take 1 1/4 inch sticky labels. Notice the little depression in these chips for that purpose. You typically won't find these at a gaming or department store, but they're not hard to find online at places like Amazon or eBay. Check this link in the video or description for the one particular seller on Amazon that I used. This is the cheapest source I found, but you can also find nicer chips in colors for a bit more cost. Just make sure they are designed for 1 1/4 inch sticky labels. You also need a set of 1 1/4 inch sticky labels, of course. That looks like these, not all that easy to see on the video, but I think you can see the circular outlines of the stickers there. These might be at your local office supply store, but you can also find them online. Again, check this link for the one supplier that I used. Pay attention to whether the labels say they're for inkjet or laser printing. That does make a difference. You can print yourself, or for the best look like I did, you can do it at a professional printer like FedEx Office. They can take your stickers and print on them for you for that professional color high resolution look. So the important part here is how to set up artwork for printing on these sticky labels. You can check this link for my page where I've set up a number of artwork sheets for you, or follow along with the rest of this tutorial for the details on how to do your own. All the stickers I found online follow this same standard template of layout and spacing, 6x8 stickers on a regular 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper. Here's a link to one sticker seller with this template, and there's also a PDF version. Sorry European folks, I'm afraid I can't help you with A4 paper. I did all the artwork setup using Inkscape, which is the perfect program for this sort of thing. I'm not here to teach the details of what vector art is or how to use Inkscape. For that you can find other resources online. Vector source files in SVG format are best because they can scale down perfectly to poker chip size while staying at full sharp quality. But you can also use other image formats and they will probably come out okay. So here I have a blank template set up for sticker formatting. Those circles and grid lines correspond precisely to the locations of the stickers on the label sheet. So in Inkscape, go to File, Import, and pick a pony image. Here's our favorite purple pony, Twilight Sparkle. I'll take this and size it precisely into the circle so it will get a nice head and body shot of the pony here. You'll want to leave a little bit of space between the image and the edge of the circle because printers don't always get the alignment correct. They can be off by a couple millimeters. So now you'll see the Twilight here is overlapping onto other stickers. We'll fix that with a clipping box. Get the rectangle tool, turn on snapping to the grid, so you can draw a rectangle here perfectly snapped to the grid. So now select that rectangle, end Twilight, object, clip, set, and there we go. Notice that it's fine that her body overlaps outside the lower edge of the circle. That's actually you want that. That makes it look really good that the printed artwork will go all the way right up to the edge of the sticker once you peel that sticker off its backing sheet. Skipping ahead, now I've done that with 5 other images. Now I'll fill up the sheet by making clones of them. First I like to make 1 extra blank rectangle snap to the grid and group all of the images together with it so that it will perfectly adhere to the grid lines. Select them all, group. Now go Edit, clone create tiled clones. I'm going to make them in 7 rows, 1 column, so I'll get 7 extra copies for 8 total. Hit the create button, and it'll take a moment to process, but Inkscape will create clones of these images for me. So now I'll make sure snapping is on, and I will snap each of these perfectly to the corners here. You can see each time that's lighting up with that snapping the corner to the grid intersection. Zoom out a little bit so I can see more of these. 5, 6, 7, 8. And there we go, a whole set of stickers. One more thing, I'm going to flip half of them horizontally. Why? I'll show you that in a moment. And then finally, I'm going to turn off the layer with the grid circles because we don't actually want the gray circles to print on the printout. And there we go. This is all ready and set up for printing. And in fact, Inkscape can go save a copy as PDF. I'll give it a really high resolution here. And once you have a PDF, that's very easy to print out anywhere you like. So print out your stickers, and here's what they look like when they're printed out. Now all you have to do is apply them to the poker chips. I like to use tweezers to position each label as precisely as possible because there's very little tolerance on the poker chips here. There we go, I've got that one in place. Now I like to get a mirror image sticker for the opposite side of the chip. As you'll see here as I put these together. So that when you use a mirror image sticker like this, it looks like when you turn the chip over, it looks like you're turning the pony over, which is a pretty neat effect. So and there you go, a set of beautiful customized action tokens, so you've always got your favorite pony right there with you when you're playing the MLP collectible card game. Or hey, even use these in a real poker game, that sounds fun too. Thanks for watching, I'm Viking Eric, and you can follow this link to my page with more MLP CCG stuff. See ya!